And good morning. Welcome back. It's another installment of Your Life Matters with clinical social worker Dr. Beth Plachetka from Safe Harbor Counseling and Dr. Beth Speaks. And good morning, Doctor. How are we doing today?
I'm good, Mike. How are you?
Doing all right. We get to this time of year, and we were talking before we started this, I believe was the very first set of shows we ever did several years back. We're focusing on workplace bullying for the next couple of weeks, and it ties into October, right?
It does. October is Bullying Prevention Month. So there's, obviously all kinds of bullying. And I noticed that most people who are involved in bullying have experienced it. And, that's this first segment, because we're going to do a little series again, like we do sometimes, is to talk for a couple of minutes about my connection to workplace bullying. Like, why did I suddenly decide to make this a banner for me and do presentations and talk about it on the radio? And because I was blessed with the opportunity to be a target. So, and I'm going to work backwards a little bit. I will say that I, like everybody else, have been associated, been involved. And now I'm getting calls from all over the United States, which is so incredibly weird, from people saying, I see that you know about workplace bullying. And I'm glad it's coming now, because earlier it would have been way too soon. It was too close to the event. It would have triggered everything. And now I can actually be helpful. Because I'm listed as a resource on the Workplace Bullying Institute website. The Workplace Bullying Institute was developed by Drs. Gary and Ruth Namey. Both are psychologists, and both have been involved and very knowledgeable for over a quarter of a century in workplace bullying.
Okay.
They provide support, education, expert witness service. I'm asking Gary to teach me how to do that, because I want to do it in court. That'd be fun. I want to tell people what it is. Because life has a way, though, of teaching you what you need to know. Like, I've been blessed until I was fully an adult. I don't remember being more than the usual squabbles. And one time I had a social work intern, and after she got a job, she called me one evening and she said, something is going on. And she was describing this situation where she was trying to figure out how to do her job and make everybody happy, get some positive feedback. And she said, no matter what I do, they're shifting. It's not like I'm not doing what they're saying. I'm not getting to the right goal. Eventually, I remember I didn't feel like it was very helpful, but I said, do you really want to work there? I mean, like, is this the kind of place that is worth putting your time and energy in? I do believe that she decided after a while, no. I mean, she finished out her contract and that kind of stuff. And I thought, oh, rare event. And then I was targeted. And I'm not going to go into the personal nitty-gritty. I can tell everybody, but it doesn't matter. But what I noticed was it was inescapable and unfixable no matter what you did. And it affected every aspect of my life. It wasn't like close your office door and go home and you were done. You took it home with you.
Sure do, yeah.
Crabby and all that stuff. Until a friend of mine said, hey, sounds like bullying. So I thought, I'll look that up. As a matter of fact, I remember taking a breath and kind of feeling settled when I heard it. And that's what started my research for the doctoral dissertation. So that also makes me feel good when somebody calls for any kind of information. I've looked at a lot of research just to get that doctorate. And then have hung out with Gary and Ruth a lot. I've gone to their presentations, their workshops a couple of times. I call them. And I really know that it's an awful thing to do. So I recognize that we have to help targets. We have to help therapists, because you have to take a different approach when somebody's been bullied. And I will talk about that in another week or a couple weeks. You have to work with systems, and most importantly, educate the public, because if everybody is aware and everybody speaks up, things get better, because your life matters.
Yeah, and it's probably a more common problem than people are aware of.
And getting worse.
Yeah, that's not good. All right, good start to our series on workplace bullying, as we'll focus on that during the month of October, especially a couple more episodes tied in with this topic in the next few weeks. Stay with us for that. You can always find out stuff online about this topic or anything we've discussed at safeharboril.com. Safe Harbor Counseling and Dr. Beth also with Facebook presences as well. We'll have another installment for you next week. Stay with us. Your life matters here on WSPY.